and welcome back here to another video here on this channel. Thank you for returning if you've been here before, and if you're new here, my name's Shireen and I talk all things sewing. So if that's something that you're interested in and love as much as I do, then please join the family here on this channel just by hitting the subscribe button and the bell, and that way you're alerted every time I upload a new video. So let's get on to today's video. So welcome to my little dressing room corner. The sun is shining, it's absolutely stunning. Spring is nearly here. We are getting the daffodils in the garden and blue skies. I would love to know what the weather is like where you are. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting ready for the spring season. I have my bulbs and seeds ready to plant at the end of the month. Maybe I will show you a little bit of that as well, because I am all for a bit of gardening. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing as well. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some free sewing patterns that I've had a little rummage around for on the internet, and I've picked out my favourite ones. Now, a few weeks ago, I did do another video like this. It was more for occasion wear and for wedding guest wear or for prom wear. So if that's something you're looking for, then do head over to that video and I'll pop it up on the card at the top here. But this is a bit more for sort of spring, casual, floral, lightweight, perfect for some sunshine but a little bit of breeze. And I hope you like the compilation that I found. So I'm going to be starting with the one that I'm wearing, which is this lovely little, I want to say a bolero. It's not actually called a bolero. It's called the Wilder Top. And this is from Peppermint. I'll see if I can show you. And it's got the elasticated sleeve, and I've done it in this lovely Aztec fabric. This is actually a viscose, and to be honest, this didn't go to plan. As you can see, it doesn't do this, which is what I wanted it to do. But what I've actually realised since then is that because this is viscose, I didn't stabilise the seams, and I left it hanging, just cut, which is probably the worst thing that I could have done. I left it hanging, cut, and not sewn together for about 2 months. So like, it completely distorted, and I was so confused as to why nothing was matching up. And I learned my lesson is that really I should just cut out the pattern that I'm going to make immediately. That way I wouldn't run into those sort of problems. But also I've also learned to stabilise viscose. And in my next project I'm going to be learning and practicing how to do that. I've bought some iron-on interfacing strips, and I'm going to sort of play around with sewing the edge just to keep the shape intact. But if you guys have any other suggestions on how to do this and the easiest way to do this, then do let me know in the comments down below, because I love to hear from you as always. But yeah, sorry, going back to this. So this is the Wilder Top, and it has this little tie detail just here. And I am going to remake this in more of a cotton fabric. I've got some brown and burnt orange shades that I want to use. It's a little bit more simple, that would go with maybe some more patterned dresses and tops. Because this is nice, but I feel like I do have to wear something black with it in order just to kind of tone it down. But it's just such a perfect piece to be able to pop over your shoulders when it's a little bit chilly. You could even do the bow at the back, so you can even tie it back here, and you almost have like a little bolero style arm cover up, which also good for the beach. So lots of options there. It did say to use a 1/4 inch elastic on the sleeve, and I find this a bit chunky, so I did buy a smaller width, and I think that would just be a little bit more comfortable, because I feel like this is quite chunky. I mean, that's details, and yeah, if I'm going to make this one again, that's the sort of changes that I will make. But I do love this piece. I think it's very versatile, and I'll give you an update when I make my other ones, because I'm hoping it has a little bit more coverage, where I can use it a little bit more like a full top rather than just as a cover up. So that's sewing pattern number one. And actually I think I mentioned that in the last one, but it's such a great one. Instructions are super easy, straightforward, and yeah, would highly recommend. So my next free pattern recommendation is the Raffaella dress from Fabric Store, and I just absolutely love how classic and simple this dress is. yet there's just so much structure, and you can see there's just so many skills that you can learn throughout the process of making this dress. Now it's this collared dress which looks absolutely amazing in linen, but I can imagine also looks nice in a quite light and airy cotton. And it has some lovely dark details, a gathered waistband, and a nice structured little collar with a fold over sleeve. And I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous and stunning, and I think it's a great one for you to learn how to do things like darts, and it's just a perfect one to wear for not only spring but also into summer also. And I think you could really experiment with different fabrics and prints on this one, and it would look absolutely stunning. It's definitely one that I'm going to be trying. Now, the next one that I've seen, I've had my eye on for such a long time, and it's just not been the right weather in order to even make this. It's the Sky Shorts from Peppermint. This has been around for quite some time, but I think it's just the perfect staple to have in your spring-summer wardrobe. I think this would look great just with a plain fabric, and it means you can just be more adventurous with your top, and it can go with so many different outfits and be so versatile. Or like in the image, it goes for something a little bit more bold and out there, maybe some florals. I do have a linen, or a linen blend rather, striped fabric that I think I might use for this. And again, it's just a classic piece, super airy, super light, doesn't stick to you in the warmer weather. Would also look good if you wanted to pair your shorts with some knee-high boots in the slightly cold and chillier months. And doing a little bow detail, I think could finish these shorts really nicely. And yeah, I think what I would do just to modify it slightly is just have them a little bit more tailored and a little less flare. But that's just my personal opinion and style. I think it looks just like a great piece and quite a simple piece to put together. So for sure I'm going to be trying this one soon. I may do this one a bit more towards summer, but it's definitely, depending on the fabric that you choose, definitely viable to make it into something for spring. If you can hear me being quite nasal, it's because I'm just slowly recovering from a cold, and I sound nasal anyway, so I'm not quite sure how the audio is going to sound here, but do excuse that. I'm on the mend. Now, Peppermint are on an absolute roll. I mean, I always find some really nice pieces there, and they have such a great range. So if you haven't checked out Peppermint's website before, then do check them out. This next one is also from Peppermint, and it is their wrap top. Now, I love a wrap top simply because it's just such a versatile piece, but also it's not restrictive in size. So because you can wrap it and tie it with a bow, so perfect for holidays if you want something light and airy and you want to just tie it a little bit more loose, whether you wanted it a little bit more fitting for sort of an evening top. I think this is a great one. I've had my eye on a couple of wrap dresses as well, but I actually think if I made this top into a dress, I think this could also look quite cute. So I might have a play around with that. I have a fabric in mind that I want to use, and I found this floral bedsheet from H&M last year. I'll see if I can show you it on the screen here, but it's a lovely pastel green background with some floral print, and I thought this would look really cute with a little bow on the side, with a little almost skater style skirt, or just a bit more of a flared A-line skirt. And yeah, I'm really excited to make that one because I've had that fabric in my stash, like I said, for about a year now, and I've been wanting to make something, didn't quite want to ruin it because it's so pretty, and I think this is the perfect project for it. Also, what I like about this wrap top is that I probably wouldn't need to do a full bust adjustment like I would normally need to do. So I probably will just size down a little bit and have it a bit more of a fitted silhouette. And like I said, because you can kind of wrap it round, I think there'll be plenty of fabric to do so. I'm quite okay to have a little bit of cleavage showing. Obviously, if you like a bit more coverage, then it might be worth kind of sticking to your size. And that way you can just wrap it round tighter to get the cinched in waist. But yes, I'm really excited. I love the shape. And yeah. In the meantime, shall we just admire Freddie over here, our little fern? I'm not going to zoom you in because actually It had a near-death experience because I maybe have forgotten to water it. So it's coming back to life, let's say, because I'm now religiously watering it and popping it near the light. Yeah, it's looking a bit sad at the moment, so hold me accountable next time when I film in this location, and hopefully it has a bit more life left in it. Who knows? This next one is absolutely fab. Sorry, I'm just looking down on my phone. But this next one is the mini frill dress by Mood Society, and I've spoken about Mood Society before and I absolutely love their designs. Now this one has a gorgeous frilled bottom hem, and it's quite short, so it's kind of like a mini length, and it has a little bit of a poof sleeve, which I actually love, and it's just a really fun one, and because it's long sleeve, I think it's just perfect for the weather also. You don't need anything over your shoulders. You could put a long sleeve top underneath and no one could see, but you could also have a really lovely floral light print as a fabric, and you could pair it with tights and some boots, and then in the summertime you can whip your legs out and, you know, wear them with some sandals, and I think it's a super versatile piece. You could wear it during the day, you could wear it in the evening, and I think you could really change its vibe just by the fabric that you use. I'd be tempted to either make it using, I was going to say viscose or a cotton, but to be honest, I think the cotton would hold the frill at the bottom of the dress. I think it would just hold the volume a little bit more so I'm thinking a cotton, and I do have a fabric in my stash that I think I might use. I've got this green fabric with black polka dots on it, like really big polka dots, and I think that could work really well. Oh, now this one I love, absolutely love. Now this is completely down my street. I love a floral blouse, and it's my go-to when I need to go for a dinner or an outing and a coffee, or I throw on some jeans and a pretty floral blouse and I just feel so put together, and I just can't have enough floral blouses in my stash. Now this one is the Caraway blouse, again by Mood Society. I haven't actually got a style like this, so I might make this one as well. Oh my gosh, my list is getting so long. This one has a really lovely, I wouldn't say square neckline because it kind of does this, like an angular, I don't know if that makes sense. If you know the name of that shape, then do let me know. But it's kind of like a square neckline, and it has some gathered areas just on the chest area. Super modest, super lovely. And it has long sleeves, long puffy sleeves, again, which I love. And then it even goes down from the gathered, again quite voluminous, to the waist where there's an elastic waistband, and then it flares out a little bit at the bottom. And they again have done it here with a floral fabric, which looks gorgeous. I'm definitely going to be making this one. How many times have I said that in this video? I mean, basically I think all of these are stunning because I picked them in my top 3 sewing patterns. So Shireen, you don't need to keep saying that, just saying. So this one is super elegant. Now this is the Grasser, I want to say. This gorgeous dress, again, because it's long sleeved, is perfect for this time of year where it's a little bit chillier and you might want to put a top underneath. But it has this beautiful belt. Does that come with it? Yes. So the pattern includes the belt, which actually I might even make a belt from that. That's brilliant. So you've got 2 patterns in one here. Who would have known? So actually, if I made this belt in like a brown or a black colour, it would go with almost all of my outfits, which I'm totally going to do. Anyway, going back to the original dress, which is the main point of this section, it has this lovely stand-up collar, and it's not high, it's quite thin, and it looks like it's got quite a nice structure. Again, very modest, very elegant. It has a peplum bottom, which actually looks very similar to the peplum that I have on my dress, actually, on my self-drafted dress that I made for Valentine's Day, which I'll pop it up on the card at the top. It does look very similar, and actually at a similar length, which is nice. I like that, that's very much my style. And again, it has the long sleeves, and the edge of the sleeves, you've got the sleeve cuffs, which I've never tried before actually. I've never made a cuff and I've always thought they look quite tricky, but I might give it a go on this one. If any of you guys have any tips on sewing cuffs for blouses, do let me know, because I've never done it before, and to be honest it looks quite intimidating, so I would appreciate any advice before I venture, because I can imagine as well you need to be particularly careful with what fabric you choose, so I don't know if that complicates this pattern a little bit. I would probably say this is a bit more of an intermediate level, just because there's so many different aspects of this, from the button detailing, the cuffs, the stand-up collar, the peplum, and also the gathered section and the belt. So this is a pretty big project, I think, but I think you could learn so much from this. Again, you could, they've done it with a plain fabric, but I think you could probably do it also with a floral print as well. I do love it. I do think this needs to be a dress though that I tackle a bit further along in my sewing journey, to be honest. Now this next one is an absolute staple in my opinion in any spring and summer wardrobe. Now this I could imagine making in so many different fabrics and different prints, because I think this shape is just an absolute classic for almost any spring summer dress. It's a classic tea dress by Sew Mag, and it has a lovely, yes, it has quite a low, quite similar to this top actually, it has quite a low neckline, which is actually very nice, and then it has a sleeve and a peplum detail and stops just above the elbow, and it stops just below the knee, so it's a lovely length and it just looks so pretty. I'm absolutely in love. It does need lining apparently, which I'm not a fan of lining, however I think it looks gorgeous. I think again you could just make this in so many different fabrics, and I think it would just look absolutely fabulous. I would probably also want to try doing a different type of sleeve with it. So I've seen these sleeves, I've actually got a few sort of tops in my wardrobe that I could actually inspect to see if I could maybe adapt the pattern a little bit. But where it kind of just drops and it kind of flutes and it gathers, it has quite a nice drop. I'm sure there's a name for that and I just cannot think of what the name might be. I don't know, but I hope you know what I mean. If I can find a picture, I'll pop a picture up on the screen. But yeah, I do think a tea dress, you just cannot go wrong. Super versatile. Again, you could pair them with knee-high boots if it's still slightly colder. Again, you can pair them with sandals. You could wear them as a wedding guest outfit, even if, depending on what fabric you do, you could elevate it just by the choice of fabric, I think. But also if you just wanted a simple floral, then again, it would just look nice for any occasion, whether that's for a baby shower or a birthday. I think it would just look very cute. Don't know what my hair's doing, but it looks nicer than it's been. I've been seeing the Olaplex treatment like go absolutely crazy, mainly on TikTok actually, and I thought I'd give it a go because my hair's just been feeling a little bit sad, you know? And it's my second time that I've used it and it's absolutely silky smooth. So I'm pretty impressed. But if it's going to give me this result every time, then I'm all for it. I digress. On to free pattern number whatever it is next. Now this is called the Emily dress, and it's it says a linen dress. However, I think you could probably do this in so many different other fabrics, but it looks like a wrap dress. It has a V-neck and it crosses over here, and it stops kind of at the waist and it flutes out, so it has a very slight flared skirt from the waist down, and it is at a midi length. I probably would just go down a size on the sleeves actually, because the sleeves look a little bit big in my opinion. Just a lovely shape. I think it's absolutely perfect. Again, because it's long sleeved, it's not too cold. I always think it's a shame to cover up a beautiful dress with a jacket or like a coat or a cardigan. I think you just lose the beauty of it. So where something is long sleeve and you can put a long sleeve top underneath, you know that you look fab and cute, but you also know you have a thermal underneath and you are not going to be cold. So that's why I like long sleeved floral dresses, because I think it's great for the spring season where, especially here in the UK, it's quite chilly. Although the sun's out and the sky is blue, it's cold, especially in the morning and the evenings, and you do probably need to throw something over your shoulders, but at least you know during the day you can whip off your jacket and show your beautiful floral dress that you made. Because when you've made something, you want to flaunt it. And to be honest, why not? But yeah, I love this one. I think, again, I do want to, I've never actually sewn with linen before, and I do want to find a nice linen that I can sew with. I do get a little bit put off because of the creasing situation. So if you guys know of any blends in particular that are particularly good for little or minimal creasing, then do let me know in the comments down below, because I would totally like to try that. I'm just not a fan of ironing. I have one of those Philips steamers that is just an absolute dream. So when I do need to steam something, I just quickly steam it on the hanger and it's done. But I just feel like with a linen dress, even if you steam it, wear it, I just feel within a couple of hours you'll be back at square one, and that puts me off. But it just looks so fab when it is steamed. So I'm just at this dilemma with linen. Who else hears me with that? So this final one, again, long sleeved. Long sleeved. I think this would look really nice in a brushed sort of cotton. The reason why I particularly like this design as well, sorry, I didn't even say who it was from. It's called the Nola Striped Blouse from The Thread. I will link everything down below, by the way, in terms of patterns and things. And I will link any fabrics that I think might look good with them as well, if you just need some inspo. The reason why I like this one is because of the sleeve. It actually is a very dropped sleeve, so the sleeve doesn't actually start until about here. But with the fabric choice that they've used... Oh, hello. You want to be in the video? You want to be in the video? You want to be in the video, me? Okay. Let's carry on. So... the reason why I like this is because of the striped fabric, and because the drop sleeve starts here, actually the stripe follows through and it actually looks really nice. You are not sitting on my lap properly, babe. Say hi to the camera. You want to say hi to the camera? Hmm? They like you here. They all want to see you. They all want to see your little face. I think she's really enjoying the sunshine as well. She's been sunbathing to her heart's delight. It's crazy. And she's also molting. You're great. Love it when you molt. Started brushing her. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of months, I think. What was I saying? The Nola blouse. So yes, they did it with a really nice striped pattern, which they've done actually horizontal stripes here and then vertical stripes at the bottom. Do you know what? I should have done my lighting like this since the beginning. I've just realised that looks better. But then the sun's moving as I'm talking, so I don't think I can win. But yeah, sorry, you have the horizontal stripes and you've got some vertical stripes as well, which looks really cute. Yeah, everyone just uses linen. I just don't know how people maintain it. It just seems like a headache. Yeah, again, I think you could really make this into a basic, so you can make it in a white, a black, a brown, just to kind of go with everything. You could even make it in a more, oh, do you know what would look really nice with this? And actually, I think I've just had an epiphany moment. I always find I come up with these epiphany moments talking to you guys. So, thank you, because you're encouraging my creativity, which I didn't even realise. But I have this really lovely burnt orange corduroy needle cord. Again, with a contrasting grain. I think that could look really nice with this top. That might be one for next autumn winter though, I think, if I'm going to make it out of that fabric, because it's quite thick. I think corduroy is probably a little bit too thick for this time of year. So I hope this got your creative juices flowing like it did mine apparently. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video. If you did really like this video, I would so appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up down below, and just hit subscribe and hit the bell so you're alerted whenever I upload a new one. I tend to upload on a Wednesday about 7 AM. I think that's the best time for everyone. If not, let me know what kind of times you prefer to be watching these videos. But yes, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. We say bye. We say bye. We say bye. We say bye. 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 Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute.